the sky looked nothing like today. A warm orange sun hangs over an endless prehistoric coastline. Fern forests ripple in the humid wind. Giant insects drift above shallow lagoons. In the distance, a Tyrannosaurus rex moves through the trees, unaware that it is living through the final ordinary morning in the age of dinosaurs. For more than 160 million years, this world had remained untouched. Then, in the western sky, a star appeared where no star should be. At first, it looked harmless, a bright point of light in broad daylight, but minute by minute it grew. Brighter, larger. Impossible. What those animals were about to witness would reshape the entire planet forever. And the most haunting question is this: did they realize the sky itself was falling? The answer begins millions of years before that final day. Travel back 66 million years to the final chapter of the Late Cretaceous. Earth is warmer than the modern world. Sea levels are dramatically higher. Vast inland seas cut continents apart. Tropical forests stretch into regions that today are temperate plains. There are no humans, no cities, no birds singing in the way we know them today. Instead, the air vibrates with unfamiliar calls, deep, resonant bellows from hadrosaurs, distant horned displays from ceratopsians, and the thunderous footsteps of sauropod in the southern continent. This is a world ruled by giants. North America is divided by a shallow seaway. Dense conifer forests blanket the coast. Flowering plants are spreading rapidly, transforming ecosystems with new colors and new food webs. Small mammals already exist, but they live in the shadows. This is still the age of dinosaurs, but hidden beyond Mars, in the asteroid belt, one object has already begun a silent morning breaks. Yucatan region. The ocean pterosaurs ride thermal currents above the mosasaurs patrol warm coastal waters. Schools of fish shimmer below the surface. On land, life is thriving. A herd of triceratops moves slowly through cycad and magnolia-like flowering plants. Juveniles stay near the center, shielded by adults whose horns gleam under. Predators watch from the edges. Everything in this is balanced by millions of years of evolution. Nothing in the fossil record suggests panic. Nothing suggests decline. In fact, many recent studies indicate dinosaur ecosystems were still rich and thriving shortly before the end, which makes what happens next even more extraordinary, because extinction did not come from within this world, it came from above. Far overhead, a rocky asteroid, roughly 10 to 15 kilometers wide, enters Earth's atmosphere at around 20 kilometers per second. To the dinosaurs below, it begins as a new object in the sky. A white point, sharper than Venus, visible even in daylight. Within seconds, it becomes brighter than anything natural they had ever seen. The angle of entry is steep. The atmosphere in front of the object compresses into superheated plasma, generating a blazing envelope brighter than the sun itself. Across thousands of kilometers, animals would have looked up. Bird-like dinosaurs pause mid-hunt. Sauropods lift their necks. Marine reptiles near the surface sense sudden flashes rippling through the water. The sky is changing in real time. This is likely the final visual event many creatures ever consciously perceived. A second sun growing rapidly larger. And then, the horizon ignites. The asteroid strikes shallow seas near present-day Mexico. The energy release is beyond human intuition. Rock vaporizes instantly. Water flashes into superheated steam. The crust rebounds like liquid. A crater nearly 180 kilometers wide begins to form in minutes. The explosion launches trillions of tons of molten debris high above the atmosphere. Shockwaves race outward faster than sound. Near the impact zone, forests are flattened instantly, but the truly planet-changing effect happens in the sky. Molten ejecta arcs into space, then falls back globally. For a short time, almost the entire atmosphere glows. To animals on the other side of Earth, the heavens may have looked like a meteor storm of impossible scale. The night side turns bright. The day side becomes blinding. The world is no longer recognizable. And yet, the extinction itself is only beginning. As debris re-enters the atmosphere, friction heats the sky. For hours, Earth experiences a pulse of global radiant heat. Not a fireball sweeping like in movies. Something more scientifically terrifying. The entire sky becomes an oven. Surface temperatures spike. Dry vegetation ignites across continents. Soot rises into the stratosphere. Ash, dust, sulfates, and pulverized rock spread around the globe. Then the sunlight disappears. This is the real killer, not the impact alone, but the months and perhaps years after it. The world that dinosaurs evolved to dominate suddenly becomes dark, cold, and ecologically unstable. Photosynthesis collapses. Plant life crashes. Food chains begin to fail from the bottom upward. Even the largest animals on Earth can do nothing against a dying biosphere. Imagine the days after impact. Ash drifts through the air like grey snow. The once green forests are silent. Rivers run thick with sediment. The temperature begins falling globally as sunlight is blocked. Herbivores struggle first. Without fresh plant growth, the largest grazers weaken. Predators survive briefly on carrion and weakened prey. But apex dominance means nothing when ecosystems themselves are collapsing. This is the tragic irony of the dinosaurs. They were not defeated by a stronger predator. They were defeated by planetary physics. The same Earth that sustained them for over 160 million years had become hostile in less than a geological instant. And still, one mystery remains. Why did some creatures survive? The most astonishing part of this story is not extinction. It is survival. Small birds, the only surviving dinosaur lineage, make it through. Tiny mammals hidden underground persist. Freshwater ecosystems prove surprisingly resilient. Seeds endure in dormant form. Ocean microorganisms begin the long recovery. Recent evidence even suggests plankton ecosystems rebounded faster than once believed, possibly within only a few thousand years. Life did not end. It changed direction. This is the greatest scientific revelation of the extinction event. The fall of the dinosaurs was the opening chapter of the mammal age. Without that single morning in the Cretaceous, primates may never have flourished. Humans may never have existed. Every city, every civilization, every telescope, every story, all of it may trace back to what dinosaurs saw in their final sky. The extinction removed roughly 75–80% of species worldwide. But ecological emptiness creates opportunity. Mammals diversified, birds expanded into new niches, flowering plants reshaped landscapes, forests evolved into increasingly modern forms, predators changed, oceans changed, climate systems slowly stabilized. Over tens of millions of years, this reset would lead to grasslands, whales, primates, and eventually humanity. In a profound sense, we are living in the aftermath of that impact. The modern world is a consequence of one celestial collision. The dinosaurs saw the end of their world. We inherited the beginning of ours. So what did the dinosaurs really see before extinction? They saw a peaceful world that had seemed permanent. They saw the sky transform into something impossible. They saw a distant light become brighter than the sun, and in those final moments, they witnessed one of the most important turning points in planetary. A single object from space, a single day, a single moment that redirected evolution forever. The forests vanished, the giants fell, the planet changed, but from that darkness came everything familiar to us now. The birds outside your window, the mammals that dominate Earth, the existence of human civilization itself. All of it began when 66 million years ago, the sky changed forever. And somewhere in that ancient world, the last dinosaurs looked up and saw the future. If journeys through Earth's greatest mysteries fascinate, subscribe and join us as we travel deeper into the lost worlds that shaped everything we know today.